Saluton, parolas Tommaso. All right, here we go. So today is the first day of NASK. It's just after lunch, and we had our first lesson this morning with the beginners. And I want to just go over a little bit what we covered today. Of course, let's start with our wonderful ne crocodilo sign. Tio signifas que ni ne parolos Esperanton kiam tio estos tie. Sed nun mi efektive forigos tion, char mi planas crocodili. Whoops, mi jus shiris gin. All right, I ripped my no crocodili sign there. All right, so today we covered a few things. I feel a little self-conscious with these headphones on. What does this say? Okay, we are live. All right. Oh, okay. Kvar personoi spektas. All right, so we got four people watching. I thought they would have given me a chat. If anybody wants to chat, just so I can know whether the chat's working. Oh boy, saluton. All right, this chat's working. So my plan is to just go over a little bit of what we covered this morning, and then I'll take a closer look at the chat. That way, if anybody sees it later, they can go over that. I'm going to start with what's over here on this side. What we do at NASK is we have classes in the morning, and I'm in the beginner class, as you know. And at the end of the lesson, there was a question, well, what happens if I'm in lunch and somebody wants to sit somewhere, or I need to know if I can sit down? So we started talking about some practical language here. Chumi raitas siri tie. Chumi raitas siri tie. Can I sit in this seat? Usually they'll say yes, vi raitas siri tie. But it's possible they might say something like this. Iu jam sidas tie. Mi bedaŭras, iu jam sidas tie. I'm sorry, somebody's already sitting there. Ĝi estas okupata. Right? It's the seat's occupied. All right, so what else did we do today? We went over some basic greetings. I'm going to take you a walk over here to my papers on the wall. Of course, if you're a regular watcher of this channel, you might know this already, but saluton, kiel vi fartas? How are you? Vi fartas bone, vi fartas malbone, mi fartas malbone. Ĉu vi bone fartas? Ĉu ne? Mi fartas mezbone, mi fartas sufiĉe bone. So we spent a little time doing that. We did kio estas via nomo. In fact, this might be a good thing to go over here. I wonder if I can reach the board. We talked about the difference between estas and havas. So where's my eraser? Yep. So we talked about if we have this pattern here, blank, havas, blank, right? One thing has another thing. Havas, blank, havas, blank. And when we use havas, we've got to plug in an N on the end. Mi havas tason, she has over this pattern, blank, estas blank, or you can just plug them right in. Kio estas tio, kio estas via nomo, mi estas Tommaso, kiu vi estas, right? We can just plug in anything with estas. We went over the 4 vowels. Esperanto has 4 vowels. A, E, I, O, and U. I'll write them out right here. And this, again, this was the basic class. I've had a lot of intermediates that should probably work on this a little bit. A, E, I, O, and U. Those are the core of all our words, the vowels. And they're always the same sound, A, whether it's the beginning of the word or the end of the word. E, like in machine. O, it's not O, it's O. Bone, right? Mi fartas bone. Bone. I don't say mi fartas bone. 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 And U. U is always the same, whether it's universitato, right? Universitato, or venu. It's the same whether it's beginning, middle, or the end of the word. One place where I see this a lot is when we talk about as, mi bone fartas, mi iras al la lerneo, mi parolas al vi, right? That a should always be like a a. It shouldn't be And then is, that should always be e, as in the I as in machine, is. Mi iris, right? That way you know that I already went. Mi iras, that way you know that I'm going now. But if I just say mi iris, which I hear this a lot from a good number of intermediates, it's very important to pronounce these vowels, and the rest of it all falls in place there. The last thing I want to show you from the class notes, let me see. I made a note here that there was a question about the difference between bonvolu and mi petas. Bonvolu, those are both ways to say please. They basically mean the same thing. There's no real meaning and difference. It's just no difference in meaning. It's just the structure of the sentence is different. All right. So the last thing on the board I just wanted to show before I check out the chat to see who's watching and that sort of thing. These are two phrases that I told the people I wanted them to memorize. These are very useful, practical things when you're speaking Esperanto to somebody. Kiel oni diras? Kiel oni diras? And that's if you... Kiel oni diras. That's if you want to say something, you know what you want to say, but you don't know how to say it, right? So if I know that I wanted to talk to you about my marker, and I didn't know how to say that, I could say kiel oni diras marker en Esperanto? Markilo, au skribilo, au nubone. Kai inverse, the other way around, kion signifas. Right? That way, if somebody uses a word that you haven't heard before, that you're not sure what it means, then you can ask them what it means. Kion signifas. What does that mean? And I think one more thing I just want to show you here. I've had some fun here. Mi ne comprenas. Right? I want to make sure that people in the class, if I'm speaking Esperanto for an extended period, that they know how to tell me they don't understand. Mi ne comprenas. Tomas un momento. Mi ne comprenas. In that case, I could explain it. Sometimes I get carried away. I might speak too fast. Tomas un momento. Mal rapide mi petas. Bonvolu ripeti. Eble ili ne bone audis. Ili ne bone audis, au ili volas audi duan fojon. Bonvolu ripeti. Kai kion signifas kiel ni ĵus parolis. Do bone, do jen mi volas vidi kiu spektas. The Topaz Robot. Saluton. Do saluton Topaz Robot. Do estas bone vidi vin. Mi ne rekonas vian nomon. Kai saluton el Colombio. Do ni havas, ni havas instruiston tie ĉi de Sudameriko, sed ne de Colombio. Sed bone. Brandon Dugar, saluton. Estas bone vidi vin. Bo, mi pensas ke mi rekonas vin, mi pensas ke vi jam komentis. Bone, kaj Brandon diras saluton Bull, do verŝajne vi konas unu la alian, aŭ vi estas amikemaj personoj. Do se iu ajn havas demandon en la viva elsendo, aŭ havas alian komenton, nun estas bona tempo fari tion, ĉar alie eble mi fermos la elsendon, estas kelkaj lernantoj tie ĉi, kiuj venis por vidi kio okazis. Mia plano estas fari similan resumon en la venontaj tagoj. Verŝajne, do eble ne ĝuste je tiu horo, eble post duonhoro, ĉar mi devis iomete rapidi por alveni post la tagmanĝo, sed bone, do verŝajne je la dua horo laŭ la orienta horzono, tio estas utoco -4. Right, so I think I'm going to do this kind of a live stream for the next couple of days, just to summarize what went on in the morning class. It worked out. I think I had to rush a little bit to get here at 1:30, but so I might try 2 o'clock later on. But watch your notifications. You can go into the bell icon. There's a bell icon when you subscribe to the channel, and there's also a bell icon that you can select for custom notifications to be notified when we go live. All right. Do dankon por spekti. Mi ne vidas aliajn komentojn aŭ salutojn, do mi pensas ke mi fermos tion por hodiaŭ. Mi ne sendos mian normalan filmeton ĵaŭdon, sed ĉar mi estos tie ĉi en Raleigh kaj mi multe laboras por instrui, do tio estas espereble tiuj vivaj elsendoj estos utilaj por iuj. Do mi volas danki al SOFO, kiu subtenas tiun kanalon, kaj ankaŭ al la patronoj, kaj mi ne povos meti la nomojn sur la ekranon, sed vi scias kiu vi estas, kaj mi vere sincere dankas. Kaj denove al tiuj kiuj spektis ĝin vive, dankon, kaj se vi spektas la resendon, mi bonvolu fari komenton. Do bone. Ĝis.